We've been a leader in banking for more than 100 years. You'll find us here, at home, on your phone, and everywhere you go. Renaissance Bank. Understanding you. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Sponsored by Renaissance Bank.
Good morning and welcome to Daily Journal Newsbreak for Thursday, March 22nd. I'm your host, Chris Kiefer, and we're going to take a look at the top news and sports stories from Northeast Mississippi. But first, let's start with your weather forecast. Today we're looking at sunny skies with a high of 62 and a low of 44. There's a 10% chance of rain. Looking ahead at your 3-day outlook, Friday, cloudy with a high of 68 and a low of 53. Saturday, rain, that's a 40% chance with a high of 71 and a low of 46. And on Sunday, cloudy with a high of 66 and a low of 53. Let's take a look now at today's top headlines. Cindy Hyde-Smith was officially appointed on Wednesday to succeed U.S. Senator Thad Cochran. The Republican is currently serving as the state's agriculture commissioner. She immediately pledged to support President Donald Trump's agenda. She said she will push for border security, support gun rights, oppose abortion, work to rebuild the military, and repeal health care changes enacted under former President Barack Obama. The Associated Press reports Hyde-Smith spoke to about 200 people who gathered outside a train depot in her hometown of Brookhaven. Hyde-Smith runs a cattle farm with her husband. She served 12 years in the state Senate, including 11 of them as a Democrat. She switched to the Republican Party in late 2010 and was elected statewide in 2011 as the Mississippi Commissioner of Agriculture. Republican Governor Phil Bryant chose her to succeed Cochran, who is stepping down on April 1st because of poor health. Hyde-Smith is expected to be sworn in around April 9th when Congress returns from a break. She will be the first woman to represent Mississippi in either the U.S. House or Senate. She immediately begins campaigning for a November 6th nonpartisan special election to fill the rest of Cochran's term, which expires in January 2021. Bigger isn't always better, but in the case of a Saltillo paper and packaging provider, it fits the bill. WestRock is installing a 132-inch corrugator that will be the largest in the Western Hemisphere. Company officials announced on Wednesday that the company's Saltillo location will have the equipment installed by August. WestRock declined to put a value on the cost of the project. However, the Mississippi Development Authority will give WestRock $320,000 for building improvements and $50,000 for worker training. Local officials will grant property tax breaks worth an estimated $2.6 million. With the installation of the new German-built BHS corrugated machine, the company will replace an 87-inch machine. That will allow WestRock to expand its capacity and increase the plant's competitiveness. WestRock also will add up to 25 workers, joining the 169 now employed at the Saltillo plant. The cardboard boxes the company makes are used by a range of companies, including lawn equipment makers, appliance makers, and furniture manufacturers. Houston School District Superintendent Tony Cook called the headmaster at Tupelo Christian Preparatory School on Wednesday morning and told him he will not be their high school principal this fall. According to an email sent out by TCPS headmaster Ronnie Hill on Tuesday, Cook planned to leave Houston at the end of the current school year to take the high school principal post at TCPS. When contacted Tuesday afternoon by the Chickasaw Journal, Cook said he had accepted the job. However, Cook said that after news broke, he began receiving feedback from community members in Houston that eventually swayed him to change his mind. TCPS headmaster Ronnie Hill sent out another email to TCPS parents on Wednesday morning saying that Cook had reconsidered. Cook graduated from Houston High School in 1982, a career educator. Cook has spent the last 29 years teaching, coaching, and leading schools across Northeast Mississippi. He was named Houston superintendent in May 2015. Under his tenure, the district improved from a C rating to a B. And in sports, the Southeastern Conference's top 2 pitching teams will meet in College Station, Texas this weekend, and the difference could be defense. Ole Miss carries a league-leading 2.19 earned run average into its series with Texas A&M. The Aggies sport a 2.32 ERA, which ranks second in the SEC. The series begins tonight at 6. The two teams also will play on Friday at 6 p.m. and on Saturday at 2 p.m. Games 1 and 2 will both be televised by the SEC network. Both teams are hitting .300. Ole Miss is third in the SEC in fielding, while Texas A&M has committed the second most errors in the league. Ole Miss coach Mike Bianco is hopeful he will have shortstop Greg Kessinger back tonight. Kessinger missed the last 2 games with a sore hamstring. He is the team's second best hitter with a .375 batting average. His status will be a game-time decision. The Mississippi State baseball team is at Missouri this weekend. That series begins Friday. And that does it for Newsbreak on this Thursday. Don't forget that this show is just one of the many online offerings courtesy of the Daily Journal that gets you news off the page and on the go. Listen to the Prep Rally podcast for the latest in Northeast Mississippi high school sports with hosts Brad Locke and Dalton Middleton. On Wednesday's episode, they talked about football coaching news, including Pat Bird leaving Saltillo. They also discussed baseball and softball updates. Check it out in Apple Podcasts or Google Play or at preprally.djournal.com. And Ole Miss and Mississippi State fans, listen to the Double Coverage podcast with beat reporters Parrish Alford and Logan Lowry. Look for a new episode later today in Apple Podcasts, Google Play, or at doublecoverage.djournal.com. And each story discussed on Newsbreak can be found in your Daily Journal or online at djournal.com, where you can also catch a new episode of Newsbreak each weekday morning. Thanks for joining us. I'm Chris Kiefer. Have a great Thursday.